Hey guys, this video is inspired by Slit. Make sure to check them out. So this video is way different from the usual content that I have in my channel, since this is kind of a deep and a podcast type of philosophical video about relatable things about life, since I actually like to discuss things. So I want to talk about relatable things, not just to me, but to everyone else. And I just want to say, my opinions and thoughts about certain things on this channel, just for the sake of sharing my opinion about things. So, the way I'm gonna explain my thoughts here is raw thoughts. Some of it I prepared beforehand, but most of it is just on the fly. So let's start. Are you worthy of love? Have you ever caught yourself asking that question? Because honestly, most of us have. We've all been there. Those moments when you realize, man, I've been single for a long time. You scroll through social media, and it feels like everyone is just celebrating, having their matching profile pictures, matching outfits, their hard lunches, soft lunches, their anniversary, their trips. And even if you put down the phone, even when you step outside, and everywhere you look, there's just someone holding hands with someone. It just feels like everybody has their somebody. But to you, there is nobody. That's when the thoughts creep in. You start to wonder, is there something wrong with me? Am I too much? Have I been too reserved, too quiet, too weird, too different? Or maybe I'm just not worthy of love. That question already hurts more than we admit. But you see, this feeling of loneliness doesn't just make you feel alone, it makes you doubt your value. It plants a seed in your head. This thought, that love is a reward. You always see these standards that people that are prettier, more handsome, smarter, confident, they just appear to be better than who you are right now. But here's the thing, I haven't heard much of this discussion. Love is not a trophy. It's not something you earn by being perfect. And it's definitely not something you lose just because you're single. Being alone doesn't mean you're unlovable. It doesn't mean you failed. And it doesn't mean that you're forgotten. It doesn't mean that the universe said F you and skipped your name with the partners. Because sometimes it just means you're not ready. Or there's still chapters to your story that you have to go through first. And yeah, I know waiting can feel exhausting. It can feel unfair. It can feel like you're just standing still while everyone else is moving forward. It feels like you're way behind. But remember this, your worth was never measured by who chose you. And your worth is also never measured, even if there was no one who has chosen you just yet. Remember that. You were worthy of love before anyone held your hand. You are worthy of love before anyone could even say the words, I love you to you. You are worthy of love even in the moments of silence. And you will still be worthy of love, whether it comes tomorrow, the next day, the next week, or even after a few years. You will still be worthy. Remember that. Because sometimes I know how it feels. Just being in a relationship already feels like one of the greatest experiences you could have in your life. to love someone, to be loved back, to be chosen, and to build something together. It makes you believe in life again. It makes you believe in yourself. But sometimes, even though you've been in a relationship, it just ends. Not suddenly, not dramatically. Sometimes it just slowly falls apart. And what hurts the most is when you look back and honestly, you think you did your best. You tell yourself you did your best. You showed up. You tried to communicate. You adjusted. You loved the only way you knew how to. And yet somehow, it still wasn't enough. That's when the pain changes. The pain of the breakup is its own thing. And it's no longer just that heartbreak. You start to have this pain within yourself because you start doubting yourself. You start replaying everything in your head, wondering where you went wrong. You question your words, your actions, your intentions, and eventually you start to question yourself again. Am I even worthy of love? Should I even love again? Am I worthy being loved back after everything that I've been through? Because sometimes something fails despite your best effort. And it doesn't just break your heart, it challenges your identity. It makes you feel like love has conditions you couldn't meet. Like maybe loving you is too hard. Like maybe you're just the odd one out. But let me say this again. A relationship that has failed or failing does not mean that you as a person fail. Because sometimes love ends not because you weren't good enough, but because the connection wasn't aligned. Because two good people can still grow in different directions. Before you start thinking about these social media trends that you might hear, like if it was meant to be, it will be. Sure, you might think that, but remember this: effort isn't always guaranteed forever. And I know how unfair that is, but that's just how it is. It's real, you know? Loving deeply and losing doesn't disqualify you from love again. If anything, it proves that you're capable of it. If ever you've been through a relationship and it just breaks up, or you guys break up, just remember to take it as a learning experience. Remember that you can love, you can commit, and you can care. That you can give your heart even when it's risky. Even when you think or doubt if you're worthy to do so, or if it's even worth to go through that again. And maybe right now, love isn't asking you to try again. Maybe it's asking you to be gentle with yourself first. So always remember, everyone is worthy.